Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to another episode of The Great War, Supreme Ruler, The Great War. So in this episode, we're going to do our first major push. As the Germans, we're going to try and capture Belfort. We're also going to try to capture the military fortifications at Epet. Something that's almost close to the word spinal. We already have Nancy, but we're also going to push towards Toul. Basically, we're going to try and kind of centralize our front a little bit. Basically, so we can put a trench there, and then make a wall of trenches and fortifications on our front. That way, we can kind of hold it and then make our primary push to the east to really kind of mess up the Russians. So then we really don't have to worry too much about them. And then we can turn around and mostly, then at that point, with seasoned veterans and things like that, walk right over the French. With that in mind, I'm paused. We're going to actually start our building of our trenches right now, actually. Build transport trench. Oh. The moment that trench is completed is when we kick off the invasion. And these guys are going to go right there. Actually, I want you and you to go right over here. I would actually prefer these better guns to be down here in the south, actually. Serbia declared war on the Ottoman Empire. We're going to condemn that. And that's no big deal. Because they're all fighting each other. So the moment... Enjoy your concert, my love.
I'll be back.
Oh, okay. Enjoy picking up Jamie and then enjoy the concert.
Okay.
What we're going to do... still treasury shortages and stuff like that. I've got to tweak our guy here. I'm upping our tax rate to 65%. Because he is not doing things well. Our engagements, what is going on here? That is artillery. We have no aircraft to spot in the east. So I'm going to withdraw these guys for the moment. Obviously the artillery is coming from here. But without an airbase, there's really not much I can do. Build military airfield. Let's go to Ulstein. Man, we lost a group of infantry. Okay, so Canada declared war on us. Britain declared war. Oh, okay, hold on. So they declared war on our ally. They didn't actually declare war on us. We have the ability to end our alliance with the Ottoman Empire if we want to, at this point. I'm actually going to hold off for now. But technically this could cause us to go to war with the Allies, or the Brits and the Commonwealth. Which, like I said, we don't want to do right now. We want to do our own thing. Because we don't have the logistics to fight a war against Britain and France and Russia. Basically fighting on the east and west coasts. Or, sorry, east and western front. So, yeah, that's just not in the cards. I want to make sure... Can I get actually one more aircraft to deploy, please? Nope. I have all our aircraft deployed. We have another airbase, which is good. Which is going to be one of our primary air bases when we go to do our attacks. So there's a British unit there. There's a British unit there. This is actually going to take a lot of heat off us, because the Brits are actually going to probably move a lot of units out of France to fight against the Ottoman Empire. The Brits are also down here, which should also help us quite a bit, actually. Oh. Looks like they're trying to make a push to Nancy there, which is no big deal. I'm going to let them push it because our artillery is, or should be at least, landing on them. But nonetheless, we're going to start our push now. we go. These guys are going to go to here temporarily, and then these guys are then going to go there. So that should fortify up this spot. Then we're going to scrap the military complex here. Also check. So that's a forest. So all these guys can actually move up as well, which is what we're actually going to do. Because this way, if the Entente wants to attack us, they have to come over the bridge or over the river. So they get like a bit of a, I guess you could say, a river crossing penalty. We're also going to start building trenches. We're also going to split some of our artillery up. The Italians want to give us money. Okay, immediately what we're going to do is scrap this base. And the moment it's scrapped, we're then going to continue our front line. Alright. Having cavalry here would have been a good idea. We had to place all our cavalry on our east, though. It's more good artillery. I'm going to send it directly south for now. We have no engagements currently on the east, which is good. You guys are going to go... Well, actually, these guys are going to push south momentarily. All aircraft, I'm going to order them to cease and desist, and we're going to we're also going to highlight them real quick and say, I want all of you to come back to the Air Force Base in Kublitz. You're going there. You're going there. You're going there. Oh, still not done yet. So yeah, so we're going to scrap this military facility and just do trenches right across. You and you can all actually... Yeah, you all move up. You guys move to there, to there, and to there. Okay, build, transport, trench. Another gun there. In the meantime, you're actually going to push to that location. Okay. These guys keep moving around. Still no major engagements over here. Move this guy down towards the towns of Lomza and Ostrelka. I guess is how you enunciate those. See if we can also capture, by default, Polk. These guys hit half strength. I'm going to withdraw them. Yep. We're going to withdraw you guys a little bit here. Let them get their strength back up. In the meantime, it looks like we're doing pretty good so far over here. We're actually going to go very fast just so we can get our troops positioned a lot quicker. And then you, and you. I want you all to move forward. You're moving forward, and then you are going to move forward. Oh, yeah, there we go. So this is just an abandoned town at this point. I like that. Artillery's going to land there. Perfect. Our guys are going to be in position there very soon. Another military facility is complete. I believe that's an air fort. No, it's an actual runway. Okay, that's good. Artillery's landing. Oh yeah, just look at that destruction. Still haven't lost any units in this this offensive, which is always a good sign that the plan went through. So like I said, I figured a lot of the units from the French and the English were moved over to the Ottomans. Mainly because we weren't attacking. But the thing is that we got to be very cautious that we don't overcommit. And the fact that there's this river that goes all the way south, what I would like to do is basically set up a wall that starts right here and goes all the way down through this river. And that way, the only way the French can get at us is to go over this river. And there'll be this little spot here, I believe. Yeah. And that's it. This would be the weak spot. As you can see there, they're already trying to push through units through it. And we're already just walking over them there. Right, and we're going to scrap you. Scrap you. And we're going to scrap. I'm not too worried about that. And what I'm also going to do is order this infantry here actually to go up. And then that artillery to go with it, because that's our good artillery. Okay, so we're almost at the point of where we want to be. A lot of French units are pushing up through the south here. So once again, we're on hard for the military, but we're on easy for everything else. Yet still, no major pushes from the Russians in the east. So our first major offensive looks like it was a success. Yeah, it definitely looks like a success so far. So my plan is not to push too far in France, but also at the same time try to make sure that we don't advance too fast. If... What? Okay, Montenegro. Okay, for a second I thought it was the Russians that they signed the deal with. If they signed a deal with the Russians, then we'd be... We'd be in a bad place. So we're going to move you there for now. Okay, so we already are running into an issue where we actually have more divisions here in the east or the west than we need. We're going to start deploying troops west again. What we really need is artillery. The good artillery. That's cavalry. Whoa! Let's recapture this, shall we? Our capital's being attacked. So I'm going to place basically some that was one of the major things I was worried. Oh, that and the French sound like they were trying to do a breakthrough there. What we're going to do is we're going to send a lot of our forces east. I want to get the Russians out of the war, and I want them out of the war now. Placement. This is definitely going to be a weak point. I'm actually going to put a lot of our good artillery here. Okay. So everyone that's over here is being ordered first to go to Strasbourg. You're some of the good artillery, right? Yeah, so our western front is pretty much set as of this moment. I'm not worried about it. It's the eastern front at this point I'm a little worried about. So with that in mind, ground forces only, I'm going to order our entire reserve corps that we have in the west. They're all heading east. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to position them all here first in Posen. And then we're going to do a massive push against the Russians. And we're going to let our aircraft over here do some of the line of sight. Oh, actually, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. So I actually wanted to relocate you first. Now you're all relocating to this location first. So those are by those. Okay, those are by wings. Okay. We're gonna let them all land first. They're gonna say air patrol. Boom. Air patrol. I don't want to go too far because once AA becomes a big deal, we're just gonna get our units are gonna just get obliterated. So I want to keep our air patrols. I want to see where any holes in our air patrols are. There's a hole here. Nope. I think we're good. Okay, so this extra aircraft is actually coming east. And he's going to go to Ulstein. Artillery's going there. Well, the 3 groups of infantry cavalry are pushing in. Alright, this is where we're going to get rid of this pocket with all our infantry moving up. Oh, the British are actually starting out an offensive here. Don't know if I like that. This might cause us some issues if the British hold this spot here, but we'll just berate them and belittle them with... oh, that's right, because we're not at war with Belgium yet. I can't afford that anyways. But you would have given me money, okay. So once again, we are not at war with Britain. We're at war with France, and we're at war with Russia. And that's it. I think that's it. Oh, we're at war with 4 countries. Who are we at war with? Serbia, Russia, Montenegro, and France. So Serbia and Montenegro. So we're at war with you two, Russia, and France. So right now, the Great War is more like just a border scuffle at this point. Nothing too major. Like Russia's lost some territory here and some territory here, but nothing too crazy. We've pushed into France a little bit. So the original border was there. We've kind of pushed down into this area here a little bit, and we've mostly just fortified our locations down here, while we're sending a massive influx of troops east. Well, in real life, it was actually the opposite way around. I think it was about 15, 16-ish. I can't remember when the Russian revolution was, but Russia basically signed a peace deal and said, you know what, we're done. We can't do this. You know, we have our own problems internally. White peace. Germany, Austria, and basically the Entente or the Central Power said, cool, we're good, we're fine, and sent all their seasoned, hardened Eastern Front troops to the west, and had, I think it was called the Brandenburg Offensive is what they nicknamed it, because a lot of the troops had to go through Brandenburg to come back. So with that in mind, that's going to be the end of this episode. In the next episode, I'm hoping that we'll be able to get the majority of our troops east to start our first major offensive in the east against the Russians. Until next time, see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.